Hi, I'm Mike Werner from Model Meetings. Do you know I've spent 30 years, 3 decades working at FedEx? I've spent countless hours, probably over 20,000 hours in meetings alone. I've seen so many different types of meetings. I've been in small meetings, large meetings, team meetings, happy meetings, very contentious meetings, meetings with global partners, meetings where I was awakened in the middle of the night, early morning meetings, you name it. And I've probably been in those kind of meetings. It was a journey. I just didn't walk out of school and all of a sudden learn how to navigate each and every type of meeting. It took a lot of time. It took some wins. It took some failures, like we all have, to hone that skill. I want to tell you a little bit about how I got there. So I started out of graduate school and with a company called FedEx. But at the time, this was in the early days and microcomputers were just getting started. And I started as an analyst working closely with our operations teams. And at the time, we were trying to improve our productivity in the field. There was a lot of back and forth with just trying to understand how the business is working, what problems they were having, and how this new technology and IT could help improve that. It took a lot of learning between both organizations to get us there. At times it wasn't easy. I remember one time having a meeting out in the operations fields and we were trying to introduce new technology and they were very frustrated and actually threw the technology in the trash. Talk about a contentious meeting. That was a very contentious meeting. As I progressed in my career, I decided to go into IT development management. And from there, still working with the operations teams, but more closely with our management team in the operations, continuing to learn about what were their needs, and not only their immediate needs, but where were they headed. And with that, developing solutions to, again, improve our operations productivity. Later, I moved closer to the customer side, working with marketing, which, as many of you know, that's a whole different animal, different beast, but an enjoyable one because you get to actually see how your paying customers are using your systems. But working very closely to dig down and to understand the problems. And oftentimes when we didn't see eye to eye, the IT people thought that they had a solution, the business people thought they had a solution. How did we come together? How did we bridge that gap in meetings to communicate, to collaborate so that we could have successes? And I had those successes with global teams, with some of the largest projects that we ever took on at the corporation. And those were great wins, not only for the corporation, but for individuals, because I was trying at every step of the way to pull people together. And where do you do that? Primarily through meetings. And so bringing those people together so that we would have wins together as a team. I learned many, many different techniques and tips that I want to share with you throughout this series. I encourage you to look at the videos, watch the videos, and then use the tips that we're going to provide you to make your meetings much more productive. And I look forward to hearing your comments. Good luck and enjoy watching the videos.